Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports. KBEK Sports. 95.5 FM. The free downloadable mobile app. Video coverage via YouTube stream. And brought to you in part by the Milaca Football Boosters. Live from Claffey Field in Milaca, it's time for Wolves football.
And welcome in, sports fans. Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Milaca as we work our way towards the end of the regular season MEA week. We are on a Wednesday night special presentation here on Milaca football. Glad you could join us out on the broadcast. Our pregame underway here from Claffey Field. Going to have a brief interview also here in a little bit with Coach Talbert. Ethan Game Day Gilman checked in with him earlier this week. We'll kind of recap things that are going on as far as section seating and what the playoffs are starting to shake out to be. Milaca plays host to the Pierz Pioneers tonight. Going to be a very big test here for the Milaca Wolves. We'll talk a little bit more about those two teams. And also, of course, that interview with Coach Talbert when we return back here to Claffey Field on FM 100.9 WCMP.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals. Monday, October 20th at 6 p.m. in Isle. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
And welcome back here for the Here's the Pitch pregame show. We have head coach Craig Talberg from the Milaca. Coach Talberg, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
So 1-6 on the season so far, not really the season you've wanted to have coming into it, but what have you seen for improvement from your squad?
You know, the one thing that we knew, like, these last 4 games were going to be a tough one on our schedule. We got 3 teams that potentially could be in the state tournament, and we're a young team. We only have 6 seniors right now, and I think we're down to 3 or 4 juniors. So, you know, we're playing a lot of young kids, and we just hope that we see progression from week to week. It doesn't matter what the score is, and we keep talking about the kids. You know, we got to do what we coach them to do, and that's how we're going to be measuring success these last few games.
How do you keep your kids on track, especially with how young they are? How do you keep them not looking at, you know, the right now and looking towards the future?
Yeah, that was kind of an issue us coaches kind of talked about and tried to figure out what we can do. And like I said earlier, we're just trying to work on some individual and some team success and goals. Again, not looking at the scoreboard, seeing how they respond. And so far, our kids have done a great job with it.
Yeah, and specifically speaking, what kind of improvements have you seen, on the field from game one to your last game against Annandale?
Yeah, like you said, when you start out with a lot of younger kids playing out there, the system is a little bit new to them, and just them getting to our system, what we're trying to do is huge for us. And like I said, each game, it just keeps getting better and better with them.
Gotcha. And then speaking of that Annandale game, Annandale, such a tough squad over there in Annandale. Tell us what you saw there on the sidelines.
They're just loaded with athletes over there. They're very well coached. Every year they have 15 to 20 seniors that are on their team. They got depth, and we've played them a lot. I think in the last 8 years we've played them 10 or 12 times just because they've been on a regular schedule. They're in our section, and they're just a very well-coached team and a lot of good athletes. And we've seen them in passing league and stuff, so we knew what.
In your area, they're kind of surrounding the St. Cloud area. There's a lot of talent, not just in football, but basketball, hockey. You just see a lot of athletes coming out of that area. How do you prepare for something like that? It just seems daunting.
Yeah, it is. It's frustrating at times, but you know what? I got who I got on my team, and we just got to roll with it and just try to get our kids better from week to week.
All right, and then you're hosting Pierz tonight. Well, I suppose this will be tonight when it airs during the pregame show. What have you seen from the Pioneers on the game film?
Yeah, they're very well coached. I know both their coaches very well through coaching baseball against both of them because I used to be the baseball coach here in Milaca as well. Just very well coached kids, really good athletes. Again, they were over in our passing league this summer too. And a lot of team speed from them, and we're just going to have to try to contain them and keep them inside the best we can.
Yeah, and then when you look towards this is the final week of the season, believe it or not, it's crazy. How do you want to finish this season, going into the playoffs or even into next year? How do you want to finish this 25 campaign?
We just want to keep it on a positive note with our kids. We got to really, really stress on how we need to improve to get better for next year, hitting the weight room, all that different stuff. And as weird as it is in playoffs, there's a good chance that we might have a team where we can go pick up another victory, some stuff, and just try to keep the kids as positive as we can.
Gotcha. And then before we let you off into your day, is there anything else you'd like to touch on?
No, I like I said, I'm just proud of our kids and their effort that they've given so far this year, and hopefully we can finish it strong.
All right. Well, Coach Thalberg, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well, I suppose it'll be evening when this airs.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto, visit them at pineagency.us today. Pineagency.us.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle in Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
And welcome back, everybody, back here on the pregame. Here's the pitch pregame from Claffey Field here in Milaca. We're just about set for a kickoff. They're going to be doing the starting lineups out here, so we'll kind of go over both teams. Senior night here for the Milaca Wolves. They got 6 seniors on their roster, so definitely a young roster. You heard Coach Tallberg talk about that during the pregame there with Adam Hefty. And just a handful of juniors as well. So a very youthful school, or very youthful roster, and a lot to kind of look forward to in the future. On their roster, as far as what they have listed here, Nick Schmitz, Aiden Totsky, Landon Fullerton, who's going to be everywhere tonight, Jonathan Anderson, Andy Cooper, and Carson Redberg, the seniors on the roster. And then, of course, Violet Yort, your manager, also one of the seniors for this squad. So a lot of people kind of looking to forward towards the next couple of years here for this Milaca Wolves squad that I've talked to in the area. They are very young and very hungry coming up. They will have a handful of seniors next year, but as Coach Tallberg mentioned, they are definitely playing a lot of youth. And you look at their roster, a lot of sophomore, freshmen, even a couple of 8th graders, at least on the list, that are on the roster and on the sideline. Trying to be able to get everybody some playing time, but at the same time trying to be able to develop some of those players as the season goes along. As it was mentioned during the pregame there with Coach Tallberg, Milaca comes into tonight's game with a record of 1-6. As they are trying to kind of build themselves up and trying to be able to kind of get things going, I guess, if you will, and something that they will be trying to do now, for the next this year and next year. But at the same time, I could definitely see a big jump next year with some of that youth starting to be able to have an impact. 1-6 on the year. Their one win came against St. Cloud Apollo, 8-6. They're averaging 8 points a game. They're giving up 33.5 points a game. They currently are sitting last just behind Mora, but you could make an argument either which way on that one. Both 1-6, and the only difference really is Milaca's 0-2 in section play, Mora 0-1. So kind of just a one-spot difference as far as the QRF. If the season were to be able to go as far as the QRF goes, the Milaca Wolves would take on the 7-0 Annandale squad that beat them 56-0 in last week's matchup. in week 1, which would likely be on, I believe, Saturday. We'll have to wait to see what the brackets are or what it's going to end up being. On the other side of things, Pierz, great season going for them. They are 7-0 right now. QRF has them at number 7, just behind Pequot Lakes at number 5. They are averaging 38 points a game, and they are giving up just over 6.5 points a game. So Milaca is an offense that has struggled to be able to move the ball throughout the course of the year, and Pierz is a defense that is not giving up anything at all. And so it's going to be kind of a tough night and an uphill battle for this Milaca Wolves squad. But they're going to, as Coach Tallberg said, and as everything was discussed during the pregame, they're going to get everything they have. They're going to give it what they have. They're going to try to have an impact. They're going to try to battle, and they're going to try to do everything that they can to be able to get after this game and maybe shock the world. You never know. It's the end of the season. Be able to get a chance to be able to do something that nobody's done so far this year. Pierz won the toss. They elected to receive, and they are set out to go out on the field. Trying to be able to get everybody squared away as the Wolves get the ball teed up there at the 40-yard line. Justin Abel will kick the ball away for the Wolves. Among others, back deep to receive it, Tyler Kinman. I believe joined there by Garrett Kessler. Catch them as we come through. We'll see what we can do here now as the opening kick for the Milaca Wolves is going to go from left to right. Here on your radio dial here at Claffey Field. And we are underway as the ball is kicked down. It's going to take a one hop ball at the 34-yard line, taken by one of the up men on that far side of the field, pushed out of bounds along the sideline right in front of the Pierz bench. And that's where the Wolves will start on defense. Wolves are going to be in their home black uniforms with red numerals, white trim. Black top to bottom, the Pierz Pioneers white top to bottom, or at least white shoulders to bottom. The black helmets and the red numerals for them. They will start at the 43-yard line on their own end. Looking to be able to get the play in from the sideline after all of that. Hennessy's going to set up in the shotgun formation and just yell a play out basically from there. 3 wide receivers, single setback is going to be to the left of Hennessy. Low snap on the ground. Wolves are right there in the backfield. It's going to be a sack, but the ball came down, and now we got a flag tossed out at the end of it. We'll have to wait to see what it is. As it stands, it's a sack of about 10 yards on a miscommunicated snap. Not sure that he was ready for it, and it also was very, very low. It's going to be a holding on the defense. Not sure who was holding there. The flag was thrown in the backfield. So the Wolves are going to get a big sack, but they're going to basically give up a yard, and it's going to remain first down. So first down and 9 here for the Pierz Pioneers. Pioneers will come up to the ball now after their first play. Again, the play just yelled in from the sideline and yelled out at the sideline. 2 backs flanking each side of Hennessy. Shotgun snap, handoff's going to go over to the far side. Wolves in the backfield able to wrap up Braden Faust. He's able to battle and get close to the line of scrimmage, but the Wolves getting great pressure up front in the early going of today's game. Looks like they're going to lose about a couple of yards. They had him trapped about 5 yards deep in the backfield, but he's able to get close to the line of scrimmage, as I mentioned. So a gain of 2, or a loss of 2, I should say. It'll bring up a second down and 12 for the Pioneers. Hennessy will be setting the gun once again. 2 wide receivers to the near side. It's going to be running backs flanking each side of Hennessy once again. Man in motion from left to right. Hennessy fakes the handoff. He rolls out to the left on this near side. Pass downfield. It's going to be caught out into the open field. Little bit of running room to work with. Down the sideline, an opportunity to be able to go, and he's going to be close to the end zone. Bo Waitala got that one and had a little bit of running room. He's able to stiff arm his way through a couple, and he's going to be near the goal line. It's going to be first and goal at the 5 is where they are going to place that ball. So the Pierz Pioneers already threatening here on their first possession, just a minute 7 in. Waitala gets knocked out of bounds at a 5-yard line, so it'll stop the clock. Again, just 1:07 into the game. 10:53 remaining in the first quarter of action. Shotgun set once again for Hennessy. He's going to hand the ball off going left side. Nice cut at the end. And walking into the end zone is going to be Paul Neiman for the touchdown. Just a handful of plays there. 55-yard run into the end zone. Get the extra point opportunity here for the Pierz Pioneers. It's going to be Preston Sayre to boot this one through. Snap, spot, and the kick low hits the post, and it's going to be no good. It's about the only thing that didn't work on that drive is the extra point. But nonetheless, it is a touchdown on the first drive of play. Pierz leads at 6-0. We'll come back here to Milaca on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom back on hand here in Milaca. Apologize for some technical issues, trying to be able to get the stream to be smooth out there on the internet for you. 6-0 lead is the initial lead here for the Pioneers. Ball's going to be tossed down here, and it's going to be taken on the far side of the field by the Wolves, and a decent little run back. Will come back up to about the 25-yard line. That's where the possession on offense. And kind of what we talked a little bit about was the struggles on offense that the Wolves had as the return by the Wolves gets close to the 30-yard line. DeMarcus Hakes was on the return. Ball's going to be up to the 26-yard line is where they're going to mark that one, and so that's where the Wolves will have it. 1st and 10 here in the first quarter of action. Cramlett under center. He's going to hand the ball off going up the middle, trying to be able to get some initial yards. Leave that first handoff there maybe to Haas. As normally Moody, one of the deep backs, comes in from the sideline. He'll come in and sub in as the tailback. Moody has had a pretty good year out of the backfield and been able to get a handful of yards. Full game goes along. Moody with the carry on that one in to be able to sub in. Now it's going to be another running back as he rotate running backs in pretty consistently. Kruger will come in as the tailback. No, correction. That is going to be Aiden Totsky, the deep man. Haas is going to be the up man there. Back to pass. Cramlett looks over to the near side, and it's just through the hands of his intended receiver, Jonathan Anderson, on this near side. Tried to be able to slip that one through. It was a pretty good pass, just a little bit up and out. Instead of getting those hands out for the fingertip catch, he tried to catch it kind of up with his shoulder and absorb the impact. I think he would have been maybe short of the first down, but it looks like the Wolves are going to punt here on their first drive. A 3-and-out. They are setting up to punt. Hasselberg will be the punter. High snap, and Hasselberg able to come down with it. He's going to try to run with it. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down immediately. Nicholas Vernig ends up getting him, but a couple of different on-rushers for the Pierz Pioneers. Able to get into the backfield and get him before he's able to do anything with it. And now the Pierz Pioneers are going to have great field position as the ball inside the 15-yard line. We'll mark it down to the 14-yard line. Great field position here for the Pierz Pioneers. Quick little slant pass over to the far side as Hennessy tried to be able to zip that one in for Jackson Hardy. But that one just a little bit behind him. And not quite able to sneak that one in. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. 9:08 to play here in the first quarter of play from Milaca. 6-0 is the lead for the Pierz Pioneers. As the play comes in from the sideline once again, as we mentioned, it's kind of yelled in from the sideline. They don't waste time with anybody bringing it in. Everybody's got the wrist play sheets. Bunch formation this time as the wide receiver goes in route from left to right. Hennessy rolling out to the far side, looking to the end zone, got a man there, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. That one's going to be Waitala. And just a 2-play drive on that one. Hennessy to Waitala for the touchdown. Well, the pocket kind of collapses a little bit. And Hennessy able to have a little bit of space. Snap, spot. This kick a little bit more height underneath that one, and that one is going to be good. And that's going to make it 13-0 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. Timeout on the field. We'll come back with the Pierz kickoff when we return on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Oh, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
FM 100.9 WCMP, Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Milaca, Claffey Field. Glad you could join us for the broadcast tonight. 9:01 to play here in the first quarter, and it is 13-0 as Pierz has gone just about maybe 8 plays total between their 2 drives and 2 touchdowns. That last one just a 2-play drive after the high snap on the punt attempt by the Wolves goes for naught. As the kickoff's going to come down, be taken by Hakes on the far side of the field. He'll get back across the 25, close to the 30, and be run down there. And that's going to be where the Wolves will have it now on their second opportunity. They went 3 and out on their first drive. And as mentioned, the punt ineffective as the snap goes high. Hasselberg able to bring that one down, so credit for him being able to get his paw up there and be able to bring that one down. But by that time, the rush was on, and he tried to tuck it and make a move, and he gets tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the Wolves can be able to come up with on offense now on their second opportunity. Ball up to the 30-yard I formation behind Cramlett. 2 wide receivers out to the near side. Handoff's going to go, and that one's going to be blown up immediately. Moody tried to be able to get off tackle on that one. He's going to be brought down by Tyler Fisher and Owen Wall. Wall kind of stood it up, but Fisher was able to get a hold on him there. Wall stood up the play and kind of pushed everything backwards. Just eliminated the hole altogether. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 here for the Wolves, who've kind of had struggles throughout the course of the year. A lot of that has been due to what happens with youth in football is typically you end up with youth that are kind of undersized on the offense and defensive lines as we get a little man in motion. Moody came in from the far side. They're going to try to stretch it to this near side up against the sideline. Good pursuit down the line there by the Pierz Pioneers. Vernig as well as, once again, Owen Wall in on that one. But out in a little bit of space, a couple of yard gain there, maybe mark it down to about 3 yards. You can have some skill positions that can be able to have some success, be able to be quick, be able to get shiftiness and have some of those things, but it's extremely hard along an offensive and defensive line just because when you're young, your body hasn't really grown into it very much, and that's such a tough thing to be able to get that. Even if you have some size, to be able to build up that bulk muscle-wise tends to be kind of the struggle that a lot of teams have. Back to pass, going to be Cramley. He's going to roll up to the near side, pass down the field. It's going to be knocked away at the last second. It was right in and out of the hands of Nick Schmitz, but a beautiful play downfield there by Braden Faust as he came across from his safety position to be able to knock that one away. And it'll be a 3 and out, even though that play really worked for the Wolves. The pass just a little bit late, and Faust made a heck of a play to be able to come across on that one. Faust is going to drop back to return the punt here for the Wolves as they have now made it to 4th down once again. Tyler Kinman going to join him back there. Hasselberg, see if we can get a little better snap on this one as the snap comes back. It is high again, but he's able to bring that one down. Dropped it, though. He went down for the ball, and he is smoked right in the head by Owen Wall. And that one was more of, I don't think, when I say hit in the head, it wasn't an intentional thing. It was just more of a tough play where he bent down to be on and hit him hard, and he went down immediately. And so the high snap once again gives it over to the Pierz Pioneers with yet again amazing field position. This one's going to be at the 20-yard line. So the Pierz Pioneers, it'll be their 3rd drive, and their own 43 is their worst field position by 25 yards. See what the Pioneers come out with now. A couple of wings out there as well. Flip, flip, flip. Kind of a lot of spinning in the backfield, and ultimately it ends up being a pitch play there to Jackson Hardy coming around the possession or coming around the formation and works his way to the outside, cutting upfield. Just out of frame, you see the Wolves kind of working on some special team snaps here on the sideline as now you see Soren Hasselberg kind of working on that. Not sure if he normally does the snapping duties. Didn't check the number before he came off, but they are maybe making an adjustment on who's going to be doing the long snapping duties. I did a little bit of that in high school back in the day, and there's definitely an art. It's not just one-handed throwing it back there. It's being able to get enough spin on it to be able to get it there quick, but also accurate. Now handoff for as we're back to the action, out to the outside and brought nearly down and now hit hard by Carson Redberg up against the sideline as the handoff stretching that one out was Paul Neiman. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get inside the 5, but he was held up on a really nice play on the outside by, I believe that was Nick Schmitz, and the pursuit was on, and the Wolves able to get there to be able to hit him hard up against the sideline. Clock continues to roll now, 6:50 to play in the first quarter of action. Clock has been kind of slow moving a little bit here in the first half. We've had a fair amount of balls in play as far as passing. A couple of possession changes. Now Hennessy's going to move the pocket, rolls it out to the far side, wide open to that far side. Nobody at all in the flat. Braden Faust with the easy catch on that in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. Just about halfway through this first period. As now the snap, spot, and kick. And the kick is up and looks good on this one. It is going to be good, and it's going to be a 20-0 lead here for the Pierz Pioneers in the first quarter of play. Teams here for the Pierz Pioneers is they're going to kick the ball off to the Milaca Wolves. And at this point, the Wolves need to just try to figure out some way to be able to get a couple of yards on offense. They were able to stretch the ball to the outside, get some yards on that inside when you can't win the line of scrimmage battle. And that's been something the Wolves have been plagued by all season long. And give those guys credit on the interior, trying to be able to battle and trying to be able to stand up to some of this stiff competition they have faced this year. Of course, during the pregame, we talked a little bit about that. with some of the different teams that they have played, including, of course, the top team in the division, or top team in this section, I should say, Annandale, and just so many top teams that they have had to face. Of course, New London Spicer earlier this year, and Pierz Pioneers here tonight, as just a tough road here for the Milaca Wolves this season, and trying to be able to find some bright spots on the night. As the kickoff now coming, Pierz sends this one down. It's going to be bobbled and kicked away. Ball is loose, and I think Pierz is going to get it again with great field position. And the Pierz Pioneers are going to have the ball. And again, great field position as it's going to be ball up to the 31-yard line. And so the Pioneers will have, once again, great field position. They're going to have it at the 32-yard line. I believe that was Cramlett on the far side trying to be able to come down with that, but just did not have a very good hand on that one. So now it's going to be Pierz once again, great field position. They're going to put Waitala in motion. Hennessy back to pass, pumps once, great protection there, throws it deep down the far sideline. Waitala, Faust, and now Kimmin on the one-play drive, and the Pioneers just dominant here in this first quarter, and this is what has been kind of been a tough road here for the Wolves, trying to be able to get pressure up front, but also the great passing attack here for Pierz. Snap, spot, kick, and another one is good. And that makes it now 27-0 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. We'll be back with the Pierz kickoff when we return on FM 100.9.
You'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Milaca as kind of a tough night for the Milaca Wolves and the faithful here on senior night. The sixth senior of the crowd before the game, including the senior manager in Violet Yort. And the Pierz Pioneers have kind of taken it from there. Their first possession, the first ball snapped, was a fumbled possession, but a penalty on the Wolves kind of really set that tone as the penalty gave them yet another first down. Now the Wolves a little bit of room coming through the middle, and almost a big break there as the Wolves get a great return by Aiden Totsky right up the middle. And Totsky really took a threat through the middle, trying to be able to maybe get some points on the board for the men in black. Cramlett's going to bring it in from the sideline and look to try to be able to get something going on offense. Here's 4 for 4 in their possessions. The Wolves now take over at their own 39. Cramlett's going to take the snap, hands the ball off Totsky off the left side, and that one didn't really go anywhere. Good push by Pierz to get into the backfield as Totsky maybe gets a yard, maybe a half a yard up to the 40. Mark it down a 2nd and 9 as Moody comes in as the tailback. Clock rolling now at 5:38 to play here in the first quarter of play. Glad you could join us out on FM 100.9 WCMP as well as our YouTube stream to be able to watch the video. Trying to be able to correct some of that buffering issues here as the snap taken on the quarterback sneak right up the middle as the Wolves trying to be able to take advantage of maybe a little bit of space in the middle there as the linebacker is able to get into that line very quickly. And if you can maybe get a QB sneak off tackle, be able to get to that second level before they're really able to crash in, maybe get a couple of yards. They pick up about 3 on that play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Wolves So far they are 0 of 3, or 0 of 2 rather, on third down. They only had the 2 full possessions, fumbled their last kickoff. Back to pass is going to be Cramlin. He's going to look to flip it over to the far side. I think that might have been backwards, so Moody's going to have to fall on it. And we do get a whistle. No, they are going to call it an incomplete pass. I thought maybe that was going to be a lateral pass. It was awfully close down the line on that one, but they do call it an incomplete pass. Bring up now a 4th down and 6, and this is what the adventure has been for the Wolves so far. So far, the 2 possessions, the Wolves have given up both their actual possessions up on downs because the snap has been high. Then the other possession was a fumbled kickoff. Snap this time a little bit low. Hasselberg able to come over, then it is blocked. Bouncing ball over to the far side, going to be taken by one of the Pioneers. He's going to get back to the middle of the field, about to the line of scrimmage for the So high snap, tackle behind the line, high snap, tackle behind the line, fumbled kickoff, and now a blocked punt has been so far the 4 possessions for the Milaca Wolves. Pierz Pioneers are going to take it at the 43-yard line. Their first possession, they had it at their own 43-yard line. This one's going to be at the Milaca 43-yard line. Hennessy in the gun, puts Kimmon in motion. He's going to hand the ball off, going off the right side, now cutting it left. And he's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be Faust. Going to be very close. Correction, that one's Neiman on that handoff. 20 is Neiman. 23 is going to be Faust. He'll be the other side, just across that line. I thought it was going to be awfully close, but they are going to give him credit of a first down there. So they move the sticks. Pierz sets up in a different formation. This time 2 wide receivers off to the right. And Waitala, the tight end, will be off to the left. Back flanking Hennessy on each side. Handoff's going to be Faust off the right side. A little bit of running room. Bounces it to the left side into the open field. Trying to be able to get that speed to the end zone. Touchdown. Pierz Pioneers. 33-yard this time. And Faust has his 2nd touchdown of the night. And it's going to be a 33 for the Pierz Pioneers. 3:38 to go here in the first quarter of action. And we are approaching kind of that number that becomes running time in the second half. Typically the fourth quarter, we've seen this earlier this year. The Wolves went with, instead, the shortened quarters as the extra point is up and good. And it is a 34-0 lead for Pierz with 3:38 to go here in the first quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll be back here to Claffey Field on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Wednesday the 23rd in Sandstone. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the season.
Hey, guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh, really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like
getting to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn and Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand? And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo.
Ha, thanks, boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter needs to be prepared.
Oh, okay.
I do love Almost Yours Gun and Pawn.
907 Union Street, Mora.
Almost Yours Gun and Pawn in Mora, one of our wonderful sponsors, including a lot of the Milaca sports boosters, part of the booster club here for the football squad. We appreciate everything that they do. Milaca Wolves back on offense now. Ball is going to be at the 26-yard line. That's where they're going to have it now. And trying to be able to get the ball out to the outside is going to be incomplete. Wolves try to be able to get something a little bit off schedule, try to be able to get something a little bit off the page there, but just couldn't quite connect on that one. 2nd and 10. After the incomplete pass, Wolves will send 4 wide receivers out in the pattern, 2 each side, single setback behind Cramlett, maybe trying to get the ball aired out just a little bit. Nope, they're going to hand the ball off, try to be able to go up the middle. Mostly just trying to be able to spread things out, to be able to get a little running room, maybe try to pull some linebackers out of there, be able to spread that defense out a little bit, but nothing doing on that one as the play was blown up right from the get-go and never really went anywhere. And so maybe a gain of 2 on the play, and we'll bring up maybe a 3rd and 8 for the Wolves, who trail 34-0, just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Cramlett under center now, 3rd down and 8. He's back to pass. He's rolling out. He's able to escape a couple of men. He's looking downfield, tries to throw over to the near side. Pass is complete, and the Wolves got a first down. That one's going to be on the money to Nick Schmitz down the sideline. What a play by Cramlett to be able to move the sticks now for the first time. The Wolves had been 0 for 3 so far on 3rd down, but now they're able to get the ball moving, trying to use that passing offense a little bit. Get Cramlett out in space, be able to get that play, move them upfield. 2.5 to play here, first quarter of action. I formation now behind Cramlett. He's going to fake the handoff to the first man, try to keep it himself, and he's hit immediately and knocked to the ground. I believe he was hit by Winsenberg and didn't really get very far. Second down and 11 now as they lose about a half a yard on that play. 2 wide receivers will head out to the far side. The Wolves are going to put a tight end off to the right on this near side now. I formation. Moody's going to get the handoff. Able to get through, but he's just tripped up as he came through that formation. He almost had an opportunity to be able to break something. Logan Brow able to get a shoestring tackle as he came through. Otherwise, he had a little bit of an opening there to be able to get to that second level. Moody with some quickness had that opportunity, but just couldn't quite keep his feet. Moody, the sophomore tailback for this squad. Fullerton, an electric player. Cramlett, one of the juniors that will be a senior next year, as well as Soren Hasselberg. Again, a very, very youthful squad here for the Wolves. The handoff's going to go and try to get bounced to the outside on the far side of the field. Maybe a gain of 1. It'll bring up now a 4th and 9. So Wolves pick up a first down, but they're not able to get anything going on offense consistently, and it'll bring up another 4th down here for the Wolves. So we'll see what happens here. It has been kind of a adventure time for the Wolves on special teams. Hasselberg back to be able to punt. Good snap. Rushes on. He's able to get that one away. So a good punt, and it's going to come down to be taken by Neiman, and he's wrapped up immediately. No fair catch on that one. Just went ahead and took it, but a good punt there that time. So the first time that it's really worked out for the Wolves. And so the Pierz Pioneers will have it in their own territory. We'll mark the ball down to the 25-yard line. It has been this is as deep into their own territory as the Pioneers have been. The only other time they started in their own territory was at the 43-yard line. Otherwise, the other 3 possessions were all in Milaca territory, 2 of them inside the 20. Back to pass. Quick pitch over to the near side. Pass is going to be complete to Hardy, trying to be able to get some space on the outside. He's able to pick up about 6 on the play, mark it up to the 31-yard line, and a second down upcoming. We'll have that for you when we return as we move our way to the second quarter of play here in Milaca. The Pierz Pioneers lead it over to the top of the Milaca Wolves, 34-0. We'll be back on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand now as the Wolves trail 34-0 after one quarter of play. We move our way into the second stanza of tonight's action. It has been a very balanced attack here for this Pierz Pioneers squad. A lot through the air, though. Hennessy rushed to the outside, able to sneak away from Totsky, and he's going to throw the ball over to the near side, and it's going to be a first down to Neiman along this near side, and what was going to be a big-time sack for the Wolves. Hennessy was able to use his strength to be able to get out of the clutches of Aiden Totsky and throw a strike for a first down. Really nice play there by Hennessy. Hennessy, the senior quarterback for this Pierz squad, part of the reason that they are undefeated to this point and one of the top teams going into the postseason or going into the playoffs, section playoffs coming up next week. Of course, you're looking to find out where we're going to be. Follow all the social media pages and, of course, WCMPradio.com/broadcast schedule to find out where we're going to be. Pass downfield, and that one's going to be knocked away. Nice play back in defense there by the Wolves. Jonathan Anderson undercutting Waitala. Knocks that ball away at the last second and brings up now a 2nd and 10. Quick check-in of some other scores around the area. The other team battling right now with the Pierz Pioneers for the top seed in their section is Pequot Lakes. They are 32-0 in that game. That's where they stand there. A little bit back and forth here now. Hennessy hands the ball off, going off the far side. This one's going to be an opportunity out for Neiman. Out in some space. He's got a first down and much, much more. Pickup of 20-plus. He's going to be close to the 40-yard line on the other side of the field. We'll mark that as a gain of 19 on the play. Nope, 20 all the way up to the 40-yard line. So it will be a 20-yard gain and a first down here for the Pierz Pioneers. 11-12 to play here in the second quarter. We work our way through tonight's ball game. Pierz Pioneers, one of the top teams in state, taking on the Milaca Wolves here on senior night for this Wolves squad. Hennessy in shotgun, puts a man in motion from left to right. He's going to be back to pass, throws to that man that was in motion. It's going to be Nicholas Vernig over to the near side. He's got a little bit of space out in the near sideline, and Vernig is going to outrun everybody down the sideline for a 40-yard touchdown run. Hennessy to Vernig. Pending the extra point, it's going to be 40-0 in favor of the Pioneers as they really taking it to the Wolves at this point, trying to be able to get that top seed and scoring the points, be able to get the extra nod by the section committees. Extra point to potentially make it 41 now. Sixth opportunity on the extra point, and he is now 5 of 6. Is that one up and good? Makes it now 41-0 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. The only extra point that he missed hit the crossbar, hit the one of the uprights. And so a tough first half here for the Milaca Wolves as they trail 41-0. And so Pierz will have another opportunity to be able to kick. Wolves, I guess, at this point, if you're looking for positives, looking up and down what's been happening so far in this game, I guess for the Wolves, their last drive, they were able to pick up a first down. They were able to put the ball in the air just a little bit there with Logan Cramlett. And, not to make light, but the one other positive was on the last possession, even though they got just the one first down and had to punt, the punt was executed effectively. The snap was good, and Soren Hasselberg was able to get that kick, or correction, Bjorn Hasselberg was able to get that kick away. And I don't say that lightly, as it has been kind of an adventure out there in special teams for the Wolves so far tonight. Pierz kickoff is going to be taken by one of the up men this time. Back through the middle and run over to this near side, up across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. That one's going to be brought back by Elijah Allen. So the Milaca Wolves will have it now. They get the ball tossed in from the sideline. They trade footballs back and forth. Ball's going to be at the 38-yard line. Close to the best field position that the Wolves have had. The best field position was the 39-yard line, so kind of in that area. So Cramlett going to be under center this time. Quick pitch out to the far side. Moody being able to get a little bit of space, trying to bounce to the outside. Cuts it upfield. He's going to have a first down as he's pushed out of bounds up against the Pierz sideline. And the Wolves have their second first down of the first half. Nope, they are going to mark him just short. I take that one back. So it'll be a second down and 1 for the Milaca Wolves. They come up to the line with the I formation and 2 wideouts, 1 split each side. Fullerton under center. Cramlett trying to be able to get that to Moody, and they're stacked up right in the middle, among others. Again, Owen Wall and Jaden Zajac able to bottle that up right there in the middle. Not any running room. Actually probably lost a yard. It'll bring up now a third down and a long 2. We'll move the ball back just a little bit. Down to 10 minutes remaining here in the first half of action. Stick with us during the halftime break. We'll try to recap kind of what's happened here in the first half. It's been a very explosive first half for the Pierz Pioneers. A little bit of a struggle for the Milaca Wolves, trying to be able to get something dialed up on offense here in the first half. Cramlett under center. 2 wide receivers off to his left. I formation behind him. Moody, the deep man. They'll hand the ball. No, he's going to keep it himself. It's going to be a little draw. Kind of a little, not really RPO, but more of an option play there as Cramlett takes it and goes right up the middle. Now he's got the second first down of the ball game for the Wolves as he's able to pick up 3-4 yards up to midfield. Ball goes up to the 50-yard line. And the Wolves able to get something started here, see if they can get maybe a second first down, be able to get some momentum. You want to try to be able to get what you can, keep the ball on your side, as Pierz has shown the proclivity to score on basically every opportunity they've been given. Bramlett under center. Hand out to Totsky. Nope, that was going to be Moody going to the near side. He's wrapped up and brought back. That one's going to be Zajac that got a hold of him. Moody thought he was going to be able to slip free of that one, but Zajac wraps him up and drops him back. Bulk of the carry is going to be Aiden Totsky and Riley Moody. Moody, the sophomore, Totsky, the senior. Under center now, Cramlett. Cramlett hand the ball off, going off the right side, and maybe a little bit of running room there. It's going to be Logan Brown. So a little bit of a gain there for the Wolves, and it'll bring up a third down and maybe a short 9, long 8. Ball kind of in between the 49 and the 50 of Pierz, so it's the first opportunity the Wolves have had in Pierz territory as they come up under center now. They've picked up a couple of first downs, trying to be able to get another one. This one's going to be handoff to Moody, and that one goes absolutely nowhere. They have not been able to run the ball at all tonight on this Pierz defense, and that one, instead of picking up 9, is a loss of 7. Deep back into the Wolves territory, back to the 43-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th and 17. So it'll be a 4th and 17. The Wolves will punt once again. Snap to Hasselberg. And he's able to boot the ball away. It'll bounce at about the 36-yard line, and the Pierz Pioneers let that one bounce in. Kind of a late decision there by Kimmen. And the punt comes down to mark it to the 29-yard line. So ball at the 29-yard line for the Pierz Pioneers. 7:11 remaining in the first half of action. See what the Pierz Pioneers dial up on offense and what the Wolves will do on defense. See if they can't get maybe some momentum built on the defensive side of the ball. Ball up to the line for the Pierz Pioneers. Play comes in from the sideline. Wide receiver each side. Wing left. Handoff's going to be going to Faust, trying to bounce it off the left side. A little bit of running room. He's into the secondary, and I don't think anybody's going to catch him at this point. Makes one man miss, and good pursuit across the far side there by Hakes to be able to get all the way over there to be able to push him out of bounds. The correction, that's not Hakes. That's going to be that one's going to be Elijah Allen coming across on that one, but a massive gain down to the 19 there for the Pierz Pioneers. 52 from the 29 up to the 19 at the other side. Nice speed to the outside there by Faust, but good pursuit by the Wolves to be able to get down there and not just give up the touchdown. So credit the Wolves for still being able to get after it and not just letting that touchdown happen. Handoff's going to go to the near side. A little bit of running room, trying to be able to weave back and forth. Neiman able to pick up a handful of yards, or a big chunk of yardage, I should say. It'll be close to a first down. Pickup of 9 will be a 2nd down and 1. Ball is going to be just shy of the 10-yard line, so the next first down, if they don't score, would be a 1st and goal. 6:27 to play here, second quarter of action from Claffey Field. Glad you could join us out on the broadcast. Hennessy's going to hand the ball off going up the middle, and walking into the end zone is going to be Sawyer Lochner this time. So the Pierz Pioneers lead it 47-0, and it has been a very balanced offensive attack. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Faust has 2 touchdowns, one receiving and one rushing. Otherwise, it has been a very balanced attack, as that one's going to be up and good on the extra point. And the extra point is good. Timeout on the field. We'll be back here to Milaca on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the pitch also has instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
FM 100.9 WCMP, Andy Beckstrom on hand back here in Milaca. WCMP Pine City, Milaca local radio. Glad you could join us on the broadcast. 48-0 is the lead for the Pierz Pioneers. We still have 6:15 to go before halftime, and this has been one of the tougher games that I've been a part of, and you just feel for the kids out there trying to be able to give it everything they got here on senior night, their last regular season home game. Likely to be on the road in the first round. As the kickoff is going to come down, be taken by Hakes at about the 18-yard line. Rushes back through the middle, a little bit of running room over to the near side, and he's up across the 35 to about the 37. That's where the Wolves will have it. About where they've been pretty much all game long. Right about that mid-30s starting position. I think I had said 37. They'll mark it actually on the 38-yard line. As the Wolves have it now on their 7th possession. Pierz has scored on all 7 of theirs. Missed 1 extra point has been the only flaw that they have had so far. Wolves have only a couple of first downs to show for their efforts, and this one's going to go backwards. As Wall into the backfield. Riley Moody tried to be able to stretch that one to the outside and just couldn't get past that wall. And he's going to lose about 5 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 15. And again, a loss on the play. Wolves again trying to be able to get out in space, be able to get that ball into the playmakers away from that center of that defensive line, but just have not been able to get out there. That one's going to be a stretch play coming to the near side now. And again, good pursuit down the line by the Pierz Pioneers, and it's going to be a loss of 1 back to the 30. And a handoff to Totsky. Wolves had some success previously with that, but it is definitely not working going to the outside there. Under 5 to play here in Milaca in the first half of action. And we'll recap things during the halftime break. Has been a lot to talk about here with the explosive offense of the Pierz Pioneers, but not a lot of success here for the Wolves. Single setback, I formation correction behind Cramlett. Handoff's going to go up the middle, and a little bit of running room that time. Up across the 30, maybe to the 31-yard line for Totsky, and wrapped up and pushed back immediately. And that'll bring up now another 4th down, and the Wolves will once again look to punt. And not only has Pierz scored on all 7 of their possessions, but they have been efficient about it. as with 4 minutes to play and all 3 timeouts, I wouldn't anticipate them using timeouts on offense just with the score already being what it is. But at the same time, I feel like they probably still have enough time to be able to work with. Punt is going to come down. It's going to take a hop at about the 48-yard line, and Pioneers are just going to let that one roll. And the Wolves will touch that one up at the 42. That's where the Pierz Pioneers will have it. See what the Pioneers look to do here on offense. They have still been putting the ball in the air and still trying to be able to get chunk yardage. See if some of the starters maybe start to come out. Maybe not see that until the second half. We got a wide receiver each side and a running back each side of Hennessy in the shotgun formation. Man goes in motion from left to right. Handoff's going to go to the near side. A little bit of running room. Bouncing to the outside. Lochner's got some room to run. He's going to have a first down and more. Finally brought down after a gain of 22. Another first down for the Pierz Pioneers. And I mentioned that they probably have more than enough time with 4 minutes and one play. And they already picked up a third of what they needed. Up to the 35-yard line, moving from left to right here on your radio dial on FM 100.9 WCMP. Pierz in their white uniforms and pants, red numerals in trim, black helmets. Wolves black top to bottom with red numerals and white trim. Waitala goes back and forth in motion. They're going to hand the ball off. Neiman to the far side makes a couple of cuts. And driving into that second level, even to that third level, a deep secondary. Be another first down, and you pick up 15 down to the 20. So another first down for the Pioneers. Clock down to 2:50. Still, again, more than enough time on the clock the way that this offense is able to move the ball. Pioneers get the play called in from the sideline. Again, they just call it out, and everybody checks their wrist playbook on what it's going to be. Very deliberate on offense there as man goes in motion from right to left. Handoff is going to be to Lochner on the little jet sweep. Gets to the outside on the far side. He's going to be close to a first down. I think maybe he went down just before the sticks. He'll be bound down to about the 11-yard line. So not a first down and also not a first and goal. So it'll be a 2nd and 1. Almost kind of a jet sweep type of action. As the Pioneers now face a 2nd and 1, one of the first times that the Pioneers have been in a second down. I'm not sure that they've even seen a third down. 100 seconds remain here in the first half of play. And we'll go to the halftime break and recap the action from the game thus far. 48-0 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. Handoff goes up the middle. Kind of off right guard, trying to be able to bowl towards the end zone is going to be Weisenberg on his first carry. Clock approaching 1 minute remaining here in the first half. The ball just outside the 5-yard line. Mark it down to the 6th on a 1st and goal now for the Pierz Pioneers. The Milaca Wolves maybe just trying to just keep them out of the end zone on one drive and unsuccessful, as into the end zone it'll go. And that one's going to be Hennessy taking it himself. So a touchdown once again here for the Pierz Pioneers. $54-0. Snap, spot, kick, and 55-0. in favor of the Pioneers. 55 seconds remain here in the first half. We'll have the Pierz kickoff and the Milaca final possession of the half when we return on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Kettle River Pizza, one of your KBUK WCMP sponsors. Here for Milaca football. Kickoff comes down, taken by Hakes at about the 15-yard line. Works his way to the near side, able to slip one tackle, then brought down just shy of the 35. Ball will be about the 33-yard line once again. Wolves will have another opportunity here before halftime to be able to get something going on offense, but with 47 seconds to go, we'll see if they maybe just run the ball a couple of times just to get the clock to wear off. We'll call it the 33-yard line. 55-0 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers in one of the biggest offensive outbursts in a first half that I've ever seen in 22 years worth of broadcasting. Tough night for the Wolves out here on the senior night. Handoff's going to go off the right side, and it'll pick up about 2 yards up across the 35. Maybe we'll mark it a gain of 3 up to the 36-yard line. .22 seconds remain as the clock wears down, and I think the Wolves are maybe just going to see if they have to run another play, as Cramlett kind of walks to the huddle down to 10 seconds, and I don't know that they'll have to run another play. I think they're just looking to try to be able to get out of the first half without too much more damage, and that will be the end of the first half. 55-0 is your score after one half of play here in Milaca as we go to the halftime break here at Claffey Field. And we'll recap that first half of action when we return back out here to the broadcast booth on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
There's always room for you at Dapper and Divine. How would you like to get a brow wax for free? Mention this ad with Annie Coloring, free brow wax all month. Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go, take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Power of attorney. wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Tuesday the 21st in Mora at 11:30 or 6. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Honeymoon, here we come! Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey Jen, you got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Monday, October 20th at 6 p.m. in Isle. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Milaca. Claffey Field, the site of tonight's matchup between the Milaca Wolves and the Pierz Pioneers. Regular season finale for both squads. MEA week is where we're on a Wednesday. Always fun to be able to have that kind of little adjustment. It allows for an extra break after the MEA weekend going into postseason, but it definitely makes for a short week coming into it. The Pierz Pioneers coming off a victory. The Wolves coming off a tough game and a big loss to the Annandale Cardinals. That one was 56-0 for a full game. We're at halftime here, and the Pierz Pioneers lead it over the top of the Wolves 55-0 already. The Pierz Pioneers totally efficient on offense as they scored on all 8 of their possessions in the first half. a very dominant first half, and none of their plays, I don't know that they've seen a third down in the entire first half. They did. There was maybe only one in the first half. So kind of a tough game here for the Wolves defensively. And then on offense, also a tough night. The Wolves, I believe, have only 3 first downs from the first half. So it's been a tough road to be able to move the ball against his Pierz defense. We talked about that during the pregame, that Pierz averages a pretty solid number on offense, but they only give up 6.5 points a game, and the Wolves average only scoring just under 8 points a game. And so kind of a good defense versus a fairly ineffective offense, at least to this point, and kind of a recipe for not a lot going. And so it has been kind of a tough night. I think probably what's been more surprising is just the ease at which Pierz has been able to move the ball on offense. They have been very dominant, and it's very clear why they're one of the top teams in the state. And it should be an interesting matchup. I think that the game later on this year, I would assume, will be a matchup in the section championship between Pierz and Pequot Lakes. That should be an absolute banger of a game, as the Pequot Lake squad is over in Mora. Adam Hefty on the call of that one on KBEK 95.5 FM. That one 42-0 at halftime, as Pequot Lakes leading big, but Pierz trying to be able to maybe lead even bigger to try to be able to get that higher seed, that number 1 seed, all-important home game for the section championship going into the postseason. It's a big lead for them here at halftime. We'll have to see what they do in the second half. They bring the same starters out, or if they really rotate things in deep. Same thing for the Milaca Wolves. We've seen that a couple weeks ago with Pequot Lakes and a couple of the other teams that they've played, where they brought in a lot more youth. As again, they're a very young squad. They're already playing a ton of sophomores on both sides of the ball, as they have just the 6 seniors, and I believe Coach Tallberg during the pregame interview said they only have 3 juniors on the roster. So even if you play all 6 or all 9 of them combined, you still got at least 2 sophomores or underclassmen that would fill out the remainder of the roster. And so kind of a very young squad for Coach Tallberg and the Milaca Wolves. But from everything I've heard, they have a lot of promise coming up. Just a couple of down years here, trying to be able to kind of rebuild some of the numbers and get some participation out there. But the youth football is doing very well, and that freshman team apparently capped off a very good 6-1 season. However, the one loss was to the Pierz Pioneers. So definitely a good run coming up from some of the younger kids coming up for this Milaca program. So maybe next year, the year after, should see a lot more success building for this Milaca squad and this Milaca program. Currently 55-0 here in the halftime break in tonight's matchup. We'll come back. We'll actually recap how we got there on the 55-0 score when we return back here to Milaca at Claffey Field on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Lee's Pro Shop, one of your WCMP sports boosters for this fall season. As we work our way towards postseason, had our last regular season game for volleyball last night, last regular season game for football tonight, and then next week starts the run towards postseason glory for all these teams. Likely Tuesday will be the start of a lot of those games. I'm not sure that they'll sneak anything in on Monday, maybe a volleyball match or something, but likely just about everything will be in action on Tuesday. And at that point, the entire state will eliminate half the teams everywhere because one of the two teams, no matter who they're playing, is going to get eliminated. So we'll narrow the field down quite rapidly during the beginning part of the next week, and then Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all the way through that first week and first weekend of games will definitely change the landscape of who's alive and who's available going down the stretch. We'll have to wait to find out where we're going to be. If you're looking to find out where we're going to be, follow all of the social media platforms. And, of course, go to WCMPradio.com/broadcast schedule to be able to find out where we're going to be, what station we're going to be on. And every game there is underlined, if you'll notice that. It is a direct link to the respective YouTube feed to be able to stream the audio. Again, reminder, the postseason is going to be audio only. It will not be video. So you can still get to WCMPradio.com to be able to get the YouTube feed, but it will just be streaming the audio for that. So it will not be video in that one. So just make sure that you're aware of that restriction once we get to postseason play. Of course, make sure you check those social media pages. We'll get the brackets out. We'll be able to let you know where they're going to be and where we're going to be throughout the course of the postseason. 55-0 is your score here at halftime. Again, a very tough first half for the Milaca Wolves on offense and on defense. How did we get here? Well, it was all Pierz and not a lot of Milaca going in that first half. Milaca, you want to talk about what you want to look as positives. Milaca, I think, gained 2 or 3 first downs, and they had 2 successful punts. There are 3 successful punts. Why do I say that? Well, the way the game started, a high snap, tackled, given up on downs. Pierz gets the ball at the 14-yard line. Next possession, 3-and-out, high snap, tackled, given up on downs. Pierz gets the ball at the 30-yard line. Pierz scores the kickoff, and the Wolves fumble the kickoff. The next possession for the Wolves, 3-and-out, punt is blocked that time, and that was how the first essentially 4 possessions, if you count the fumbled kickoff in that, started for the Milaca Wolves. After that, things kind of started to clean up just a little bit. They didn't drop the ball. They didn't do anything like that. They were able to get 1 or 2 first downs beyond that, but they did finish with 3 punts and then a 1-play drive just to run out the clock in the first half. So they had 8 possessions, but essentially they had just the one where they ran out of clock and then 3 punts that were effective. And that's the positives you can really kind of take out to be able to work with in that first half. For the Pierz Pioneers, of course, that was it. Just a huge first half, just a monster first half for them. We'll see what they do in the second half. They have the points over the top of Pequot Lakes to be able to keep that number 1 seed. We'll see if they try to maybe get a few more points up on the board, be able to make sure they maintain that point differential once we get to the third quarter starting. Both teams back out on the field, getting their 3-minute warm-up time. Quick recap of the scoring drives. 57-yard touchdown from Neiman, or a 57-yard drive, I should say. Neiman, a 5-yard touchdown run, extra point. The only extra point they missed, it hit the upright. It was no good. Otherwise, they made every single other kick the rest of the way. Hennessy to Waitala on a 14-yard touchdown pass, made it 13-0 after the extra point was good. Next drive, Hennessy to Faust, 4-yard touchdown pass. Next one, Hennessy to Kimmen on a 32-yard touchdown pass. Next drive, Faust on a 33-yard touchdown run, gave him his second touchdown of the half. Hennessy to Vernig, spreading it around all over the place for a 40-yard touchdown pass. And then Lochner back-to-back touchdown runs, 11 yards and 4 yards, capped off the scoring for the Pierz Pioneers. And that's where we stand at halftime. 55-0 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. Milaca Wolves will receive the second half kickoff. We'll have that for you when we return back here to Claffey Field in Milaca on FM 100.9 WCMP.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle in Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace, like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
FM 106.5 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Milaca. Start of the third quarter from Claffey Field. Glad you could join us for the broadcast tonight. Tough night going for the Milaca Wolves, but it's a new half, so a new opportunity to be able to get something going on offense and defense. Try to be able to slow down this Pierz offensive attack, which has been just tremendous so far tonight. And the agreement was 10 minutes, so they're going to knock 2 minutes off the clock up on the board. So it is a 10-minute second half, or a 10-minute third quarter. We'll see if they go just running time basically the rest of the way, or what they decide to do. We'll wait for the clock to get decision is, as the opening kickoff of the second half comes down. Hakes takes it on a line drive at the 15-yard line. Works his way up across the 30. Slips one tackle and another tackle, and he's able to get across the 35. Pretty good return there by Hakes. He has been pretty impressive back there, being able to get a little bit of running room, being able to get through there. The sophomore at 5'6", 130 listed in the program. He's had a pretty good year running the ball back there for the Milaca Wolves. So the Wolves will start it now in their own territory at the 36-yard line. Their best starting position all night long ended up being the 39-yard line. Pierz has done a pretty good job keeping them pinned in their own area and, of course, not letting them get much going. They had one play so far in Pierz territory. They gained a first down. They got to the 49-yard line. They ended up losing 19 yards on the next couple plays and punted. Riley Moody on first down is going to take the handoff off the right side and try to be able to pick up a couple of yards. Looks like he might have maybe a 1-yard gain, and one of the Wolves is going to be down and slow to get up. I think that might be Moody. We'll have to check that. Nope, Moody's back in the huddle, so we'll have to check that number. But the trainer, Nicky, will head out to be able to check on him and try to be able to provide good medical services out there. 9:38 to go here, second half. Injured player, timeout on the field. We'll be back to Claffey Field on WCMP.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Wednesday the 23rd in Sandstone. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today, 320-679-1822.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
A&W Root Beer out of Pine City is the injured player able to make it to his feet and start making his way off. I believe Reese Kruger. Either Austin Hallgren or Reese Kruger, both listed as number 40. But the injured player able to make their way off under their own power, which is always good to be able to see. Favoring the right side just a little bit, so might be the end of the night for him. But nonetheless, being able to get off under their own power is at least a win right there, and it'll be attended to on the sideline. 9:38 to go as they wind the clock, and we get things going here in the second half. 55-0 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. Milaca Wolves back on offense. Second down and 9, a short 9. Hand the ball off on the second man through is going to be Moody. He's going to try to spin and push that pile forward just a little bit. Up across the 40, not quite the 41. Nope, Totsky on the carry on that one. And he's able to get up just shy of the 41. So to bring up a third down and 5. Wolves able to pick up a couple of first downs in the first half is about all they were able to muster on offense. We'll see what they're able to come up with here in the second half. Bramlett under center. Takes a snap, pitches to the outside. Totsky trying to be able to get the edge. He's got the edge. He's going to turn it upfield right in front of the Wolves bench, and he's got a first down and some more into Pierz territory. Ball up to the Pierz 47-yard line, and that is as far as the Wolves have been able to take the ball so far today. But a big-time run there by Totsky, getting to the outside, using that speed, and being able to get into Pioneer territory. Clearly we're using regular clock management as the clock does stop as he went out of bounds. So a 2-minute removal in the third quarter. I have seen it before where it was 6-minute third and 6-minute fourth, but just 2 minutes off it. So a 10-minute third quarter. We'll see what the Wolves decide to do. And part of that may be, not necessarily the Wolves, it might even be even the Pioneers wanting more time. It's hard to say, like, not that they're trying to run up the score, but it might need more time to be able to score more points, just to be able to make sure that they hold on to a section lead to be able to get a number 1 seed as a point differential factored in this year. And so it's kind of caused a little bit of some lopsided scores, maybe a little bit more than what normally would be. Totsky gets the second handoff after he picks up 4 on first down. This time the Wolves pushing the pile, and they get up across the 30, and now a ball pops out. We have somebody from the Pioneers sprinting down the other direction, and I think this is going to be a touchdown for Carter Young. The Wolves, I think, thought that the play was dead. I never heard a whistle. I didn't see what was see anything that stopped the play, and everybody went the other direction. So we're going to have the officials get together down here. The sticks have not moved. And the one official is off to the side over on this near side right in front of the Wolves bench. Now he's starting to make his way upfield to be able to talk to the referee. A ton of confusion out there as the Wolves looked like they were about poised to be able to pick up a first down, gain of about maybe 6-7 yards. And all of a sudden Carter Young took off to the outside, sprinting upfield. So the officials are going to talk about this a little bit. And some directioning being given by the referee. So the near side official, he's still down here. If we move the camera back over here, you can see him. He still has his foot having the ball marked at the 35-yard line, which would be a gain of about 6 and a first down for the Wolves. Gain of 7 and a first down for the Wolves. And so what seemed like a fumble and a 70 or 65-yard touchdown return ends up being a first down for the Milaca Wolves. So credit the officials for getting together and discussing it, making sure everybody's on the same page, but also letting that play run through, because if they don't blow that one dead, then there's even more confusion. And also credit the official for being right on top of the spot. That way the spot isn't missed, and they know where to be able to move the ball once they decide to move it back. So it's going to be a first down now for the Wolves. They're going to hand the ball off going up the middle, and a little bit of running room there for the Wolves as they're able to get a little bit better push up front, which has been kind of fun to be able to watch that. Cramlett's going to take that one going up the middle. Short gain there. It'll bring up now a second and about 7 now for the Wolves, as the Wolves now threaten to start actually getting some momentum on offense, as the Pierz Pioneers have a few other players out there on defense, but nonetheless trying to be able to push that line forward, and it looks like going to be a gain of about another yard. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Play comes in from the sideline now as the clock continues to roll. Wolves finally able to move the ball on the ground a little bit, and it has created the clock being able to just move rapidly. So we're already down to the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. About 4 minutes gone by as the handoff goes up the middle, and second effort into the secondary. That was blown up right away, but then the second effort spinning off of contact, getting down to the 15, a gain of 18 yards. And another first down as Cramlett comes up limping just a little bit, but they're going to keep him out there. He's not going to want to come off. You're going to have to drag him off the field. But nonetheless, it's going to be another first down for the Wolves, and the Wolves now inside the red zone for the first time. They had only had one play in the Pierz territory all first half long. And now in their first possession of the second half, showing the ability to run the ball. Play comes in from the sideline there with Cramlett. Second down and 6 now for the Milaca Wolves. Wide receivers split each side, wing left. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Totsky right into the teeth of that defense. He's going to be brought down by Daniel Litke. Wrapped up and tackled, but not before he picks up another about 3-4 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and short for the Wolves. 3rd and 3 is what we'll call it. 4.5 to play here in the third quarter of action from Claffey Field. Andy Beckstrom on the call for WCMP Radio. And we're going to get a whistle and a timeout for the Pierz Pioneers. Pierz wants to talk about it. We'll step away as well. Timeout on the field, 55-0 in favor of Pierz, but Milaca threatening in the third quarter. We'll be back to Claffey Field on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the season.
Hey, guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh, really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like
getting to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn and Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand. And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo.
Ha, thanks, boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter needs to be prepared.
Oh, okay.
I do love Almost Yours Gun and Pawn.
907 Union Street, Mora.
FM 100.9 WCMP. 4:27 remaining in the third quarter of action. 55-0 is the lead for the Pierz Pioneers, but the Milaca Wolves have been driving from their own 36 and find themselves in Pioneer red zone territory and at the 10-yard line, facing now a 3rd down and 3. I formation behind Cramlett. Cramlett under center, takes a snap, fakes a handoff, takes it himself. He tried to reach it out to hand it to somebody. There was nobody home. He makes something out of nothing, and he picks up a 1st down in the process. He needed 3, got 5, and it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Wolves. Cramlett lost his helmet on the play, so they're going to bring in now Bjorn Hasselberg, just with the equipment malfunction. So their starting quarterback has to come out for a play. And Hasselberg will head under center. Wolves have ran the ball on every play so far this drive. I formation. Snap. Hand off to the middle of the up man. And that went close to the goal line. It's going to be just short. But as soon as he handed it out, Hasselberg got absolutely smoked by Donovan Johnson, who blitzed through the line but came up empty. He hit him hard, but there was no ball to be found there. Ball down to the 3-yard line. Wolves looking to punch it in. 3:15 remaining in the third. Cramlett back under center. Hands the ball to the up man. Pushing, fighting, battling. Touchdown, Wolves. Milaca Wolves on the board. 3:05 of the third. They get their first points of the ball game.
It's a 2-yard run for Logan Cramlett. The PAT opportunity coming up for Milaca, but instead they're going to stay on the field and go for 2.
PAT will be a 2-point conversion as the Wolves not much of a kicking game. Cramlett will be under center. Takes the snap, back to pass, looking for the slant on the far side. Ball knocked down, and it's no good. But nonetheless, the Wolves able to get on the board. And it is 55-6 in favor of the Pierz Pioneers. Milaca tried to be able to get some momentum all game long, and finally they're able to get a little bit there in the second half, albeit against a Pierz defense that had rotated a fair amount of their players out, but at the same time, points still count. Can't apologize for scoring, as the Wolves able to battle right down the field and get themselves in a good position to be able to score. Moved the ball rather effectively, picked up a couple of third downs, and able to punch down one in from 3 yards out. 2-point conversion, no good. 55-6 is the lead for the Pierz Pioneers, and the Wolves now will kick off. And this is where it'll get a little interesting to see what kind of rotation of players the Pierz Pioneers go with. I would assume that Hennessy and Faust would be done for the game, but at the same time, the Wolves came down and scored, and they might want to get those points back to be able to keep that point differential. We'll have to see what happens after the Milaca kickoff. Hasselberg will have it teed up. He'll send it deep. Only his second kickoff of the ball game. Hasselberg approaches the ball and kicks this one down. It'll come and bounce at about the 33-yard line, be taken by the Pioneers over to the near side, and not much running room there. Good coverage by the Wolves. As the Wolves able to collapse in on that one, Michael Milton as well as Brock Thiessen in on the tackle. And it's going to appears to be a full reserve squad here for the Pierz Pioneers. We'll have to get those numbers as we go. Appears to be the quarterback is going to be Preston Sayre, who's 7 of 8 kicking extra points in the first half. And he is now going to be the quarterback to start the second half. Similar formation, though, wide receivers split each side and a running back flanking each side of Sayre. Handoff's going to go off the left side. Rybaski's going to try to take it and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage as we get down to 2:45 to go here in the third quarter of play. So second down and 11 as it looks like maybe a loss of one on the play. Snap. Sayre is going to hand it off and going far side once again. A little bit of running room this time, though, for Rybaski. He's going to be close to a first down. He's going to have it up across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Picked up 16 yards. That'll be a first down for the Pierz reserves as they go second team offense out there. I don't know that I see a single starter, maybe one along the offensive line, but just because of numbers. But I think the entire starting offense is going to be out. As Grady Young checks in at one of the running back positions there with Sayre in the shotgun. Wide receiver each side. Wing back on the left. He goes in motion over to this near side. Handoff's going to come our way, and that one's going to be met in the backfield by a couple of different Wolves, including Ian Lepola. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard loss. That was, I believe, Kraska on the carry. Second and 10 now as we approach the 1 minute mark of the third quarter. Pioneers up to the line again. One wide receiver to the near side, two wide receivers. Off to the far side, man goes in motion. That's going to be Kraska. They're going to hand the ball off, going the other direction, and the Wolves are in the backfield and blow that one up. Believe that's Redberg that got into that backfield. Blows that one up. Carson Redberg read that one, able to get good penetration into that backfield. The handoff to Grady Young really went nowhere, and it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 15, which I believe might be the first third down that the Pierz Pioneers have faced all night long. 25 seconds remain in the third quarter clock. Shotgun set. Rolling out to the near side. Sayre throws it deep, lobs it. It's going to fall well short of his intended target. He was looking downfield for Kimmin. That one's going to be Brandon Kimmin instead of Tyler Kimmin. And really the only person that had a good shot at that one was going to be the defensive back for the Wolves. Elijah Allen was about the only one that had a shot at that one, but he had turned upfield to try to make sure he covered the defender. Kind of hit him in the back on that one, and it would be a punt situation. Daniel Litke will move back to punt. First third down, first fourth down, and first punt here for the Pioneers. Litke, pretty good kick. It's going to send this one deep. It's going to go well over the top of Elijah Allen. It's going to roll down inside the 15 and down to the 10-yard line. And so the Pioneers, even though they don't score, they don't get anything on offense, they get a great kick. And so still something positive out of a negative drive, I guess you could say. But with 5 seconds remaining, the Wolves will take over with one more play to remain here in the third quarter clock. We'll see how many minutes they put up on the fourth quarter clock to go from there. But we are well over the 30-point mark to be able to have running time in the fourth quarter. We'll just have to wait and see what they decide, if they're going to reduce it or if they are going to go with just a regular running time rules. 5 seconds remain in the third quarter clock. Wolves will have it here now, 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Right to left on your radio dial if you're checking in on WCMP. Hasselberg is going to be the quarterback now. Handoff coming near side. A little bit of running room blasting through that line. And I believe that is going to be Michael Milton, 49, if I believe I could see the number right there. A little ways away, but I believe that's who had that carry. That was the final carry of the third quarter. We head to the fourth and final quarter of play here in Milaca when we return back here to Claffey Field on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand back here in Milaca at Claffey Field. Wolves on senior night taking on the Pierz Pioneers 55-6. Just a 2-minute reduction in time after the third and a 2-minute reduction of time here in the fourth. Hakes on the outside trying to be able to get the pitch and trying to turn that one upfield. Didn't really have much running room to go on that one, but he's still able to make something out of nothing. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. Ball will be just shy of the 15 and we'll mark at the 14-yard line, so we'll call it a gain of 4. Ten-minute clock for the fourth quarter, and we'll have to wait and see after a ball out of bounds or an incomplete pass or something else if they are going to go with running time rules or if they are going to be going just with the 2-minute reduction in the third and fourth quarter. See what they decide to do. Hasselberg will be your quarterback under center. Hakes the deep man. He's going to get the pitch, working his way over to the far side. Tries to get some running room, cuts it upfield, and he's going to be caught there. Tried to stretch that wide side of the field, but good pursuit down the line by the Pioneers. And he'll lose a yard. It'll bring up now a 4th and 7 here for the Wolves. They were able to go right down the field rather effectively on their previous possession, but now on their second possession of the second half, they are facing a 3rd and long, 4th and long. So now a 4th down play. As I mentioned, I thought that was a 3rd down. It is a 4th down play, and it'll be punt formation. Snap comes down, and Hasselberg gets that one out. We got a flag as Hasselberg got hit on the play. I think we're going to have a roughing the kicker call as he was trying to kind of move in on the ball there. Evan Kraska was trying to maybe look at picking that ball up as it was just rolling, but the Wolves kind of push him off of the play. Wait for the penalty flags down inside the 10-yard line. And so trying to kind of sort out what's going on here. So the roughing the kicker is being marked off from where the ball was downed, which the ball's going to move up to the 40-yard line. Okay, so roughing the kicker, but I think they must have. Okay, so they accepted the kick. They accepted the penalty on the end of the play instead of re-kicking. So instead of the ball at the 35, ball moves back to the 40. A lot of confusion on that one, but we got it sorted out. Kraska's going to get the ball. He's going to work his way to the outside. He's going to get a 1st down on a gain of 14 up to the 26-yard line. And kind of a wild sequence of events there to figure out what was going on. So confusion abound all the way up and down the press box here, but we figured it out. Ultimately, it ends up being a first down for the Pierz. They just tacked on the 5 yards at the end of the punt instead. Snap comes back, and Sheehan's going to hand the ball off, going off the near side. Made one man miss, still on his feet, and it's going to be into the end zone. It's going to be Grady Young. Grady Young from 26 yards out. So Grady Young is able to get into the end zone, and after the one-time punt by the Pierz Pioneers, they are back on the board. End zone. Lead it now 61-6. We wondered if they might try to push another touchdown in there. They were able to do that with the second-team offense. Now we're going to have a backup kicker, Nathan Posch. Snap. Spot. Got some good distance on it, and that's going to be good as well. So you got a good backup kicker working. And so the Pierz Pioneers score yet again here in the fourth quarter. 6:46 remains up on the clock. We'll have the Pierz kickoff when we return here on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Central Outdoor Services, want to thank them and, of course, all of our sports boosters for being a part of this and every broadcast throughout the course of the season. Made mention there of some winter weather services that they provide. Got to get that lined up now. Now is a good time to be able to get that planned. Don't want to think about winter at all, but at the same time, it's good to have a plan for that. So go ahead and reach out to them if you have some winter snow removal needs. I don't want to admit winter until it's absolutely has to happen, but the last couple of days have been cold enough. I'm wearing an extra sweatshirt and wearing my jacket here in the booth, so a little bit cold to be able to work on that one. Ball's teed up. Daniel Litke is going to kick this one away for the Pierz Pioneers. 6:46 remains here in the ball game, 62-6. As the ball bounces in between the two return men, it's going to go back and pick that one up. Going to be Allen. He's going to get back up across the 10, close to the 15. We'll mark it at the 14-yard line. And so that's where the Wolves will have it. See what they're able to dial up on offense. 6:18 as now they move the clock into a running mode. About 6 minutes remaining in this ball game as Hasselberg will be the quarterback out there once again. See what substitutions and what different players are going to head out there. We'll try to catch them as much as we possibly can. Hasselberg will head up under center. Back to, nope, they are going to hand the ball off up the middle. Allen gets the handoff and takes that one up the middle. As the Wolves very kind of deliberate, making sure they are aware of the plays and set before bringing the ball out there, or before bringing the play out there. Hakes the deep man. Allen the up man here for the Wolves offense. Snap is going to be handoff up the middle. Ball, I think, might be on the ground. Nope, it is going to be Allen on the carry. Able to gain a couple of yards on that one. I don't know how he's able to hold on to that one. I thought for sure that was going to be a fumble on that play, but great job by Hasselberg being able to maintain possession of that one. Wolves rotating players in and out. Clock down to 4:21 to play here in the fourth quarter. Wolves come to the line. Hasselberg will be set under center. Back to pass. Pass over the middle is going to be intercepted. As we had our second turnover of the game, and the second turnover on the Milaca Wolves. And that'll be a turnover number 2 there on the Wolves. So if nothing else, I mean, they didn't have a ton of turnovers in the ball game. It's something that you can at least be a little bit proud of. But at the same time, it's still kind of a tough night here out at the ballpark. Sayer with Rybaski in backfield. 1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line. Hand off Rybaski. He's going to try to work it out to the far side of the field. He's going to be knocked down. We get a flag popping in from the secondary. He's going to come flying in. Yeah, we do get a penalty on the Pierz Pioneers. Really haven't been a lot of penalties overall throughout the course of the ball game either, and so haven't really had anything that we've had to worry about so much even from that standpoint. So it ends up being a pretty big penalty from where the spot was, so moves it all the way back to the 40-yard line. Ball over the top of the quarterback's head. Sayer's just going to fall down on that one. Milton comes back to the backfield and touches him up. Essentially kind of making the tackle there for the Wolves. As the clock continues to wind down to 2.5 minutes, under 2.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. So snap to Sayer. He's going to work the ball over to the near side. Correction, that one's going to be a carry by Gage Johnson. Johnson got to the outside and had a little bit of running room, able to get the first down. Or no, not a first down. It's still 3rd and 15 because of that penalty on the previous play. So still kind of a little bit of distance to be able to go for the Pierz Pioneers. Minute 40 remaining up on the clock as we count down from 100 down to the end of this ball game. Snap, trying to work to the outside. Ball's going to be on the ground. Picked back up for a second there by Young. And then it'll be a loss of a couple of yards on the play. Minute 15 remaining, though, on the clock. Pioneers will probably have one more play to be able to kind of get the remainder worked off of the clock. See if they 4th and about 20 here for the Pierz Pioneers. So they'll run this play, but they're going to give it up on down. So it'll be a play for Milaca after this. Shotgun snap goes over the top of the quarterback's head. He's going to be trapped, and he's going to lose another 10 yards. So the ball will be back towards midfield. And so a little miscommunication working on that one, but nonetheless, it ends up being a turnover on downs. It'll go over to the Milaca Wolves, and I don't know that they'll even have to run a play, as with running time, the clock continues to move down to 14 seconds remaining on the clock. And that will be the end of this ball game. Ball game comes to a close, 62-6, your final score. The Milaca Wolves fall to the Pierz Pioneers. We'll have our post game working here from Claffey Field when we return on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color, fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you. At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
There's always room for you at Dapper and Divine. How would you like to get a brow wax for free? Mention this ad with any coloring, free brow wax all month. Dapper and Divine all month. Dapper and Divine on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand here for a wrap-up on the postgame for a final score of 62-6. Wolves fall to the Pierz Pioneers in the regular season finale. Everybody moves towards postseason action next week. And it's a tough one out there tonight. The point differential being a factor started to come into play. And when I mean being a factor, it has to do with postseason seeding. And Pierz Pioneers in a battle with Pequot Lakes to try to be able to get the number 1 seed in their section for playoff positioning. And they're a formidable team. They're an absolute dominant offense, and it was something tough to be able to go up against here for this Milaca Wolves squad. But we talked about it multiple different times. You got to try to be able to take the high notes when you can. The Wolves came out in that third quarter, able to go down and be able to get a touchdown drive, able to move the ball rather effectively, be able to get a couple of things that kind of look positive in that second half. And that's what you got to kind of hang your hat on. The first half was kind of a tough one. Just flush it, wash it away, and just move forward. And that's kind of what the Wolves did in that third quarter, as they were able to go down and get that touchdown and be able to actually even force a punt there by the Pierz Pioneers as well in that third and fourth quarter. So a couple of things to try to hang your hat on here on senior night and be able to get a little bit of success. Future is bright, but the current kind of a tough night for the Milaca Wolves. 62-6 your final as Pierz goes to 8-0. They finished their season undefeated on the year. The Milaca Wolves go to 1-7 on the year. Both teams move into postseason play. We'll have to wait to see what the official matchups are for everybody in our local area. Go on over to WCMPradio.com/broadcast schedule. Be able to find out what games we're going to be going to and what games we're going to be broadcasting for you. We'll also have what station we're going to be on and if it's going to be on YouTube or not. All of the games, just as an FYI and a reminder, will be on YouTube, but they will be audio only. We will not have any video at all for postseason due to State High School League restrictions. So just audio only from here on out as a clean break going to postseason have that a little bit more than we do in the winter sports season, as it kind of segmented a little bit, but this will be our last video that we'll have until we get to the winter sports season. So we hope you enjoyed this season of different games we brought to you. Try to bring you as many games as we've been able to do all the way up and down the broadcast networks through the Q Media family of networks, 5 different YouTube streams. We had a couple of those going all night long on a couple of different occasions. A lot of fun to be able to bring you all of these games. 62-6, your final score here in Milaca. My name is Andy Beckstrom for the Q Media Sports Team and the Milaca Wolves sponsorship group here in Milaca. Saying thank you for joining us tonight and all season long, and we'll see you in the postseason. And have a great night and a great week, everybody.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Tuesday the 21st in Mora at 11:30 or 6. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Men's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Men's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose Auto Owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.